Namaste, Masha here. Welcome to Musings by Masha. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my walkthrough of the newest addition to my library, The Terror of the Crone by Lorenzi-Prince, along with a very special gift from Arnell. As you can see, the cards came wrapped like so, with the sweet little handmade card attached to the package, which is a wonderful touch. And it reads, with thanks to you and the happiness in sharing love, in strength together, hugs and kisses, Arnell and Ellen. As you can see, to the left of the package there is a little white box which contains a very special gift from Arnell, which I will share with you as well in this video. And the cards came wrapped in a red tissue paper. They came inside of the black velvet bag, which is a great quality to house and store the cards. And now we'll take that red tissue paper off and have a look how the cards were packaged inside. So we see this carton piece there at the front of the package on the back, which is great to protect the cards. Remove those. And the cards, along with the guidebook, as you can see, came packaged in a shrink plastic. And Arnell included 2 extra postcards from 2 decks. One is from her Tarot of Ferrara. I have Tarot of Bologna from the same artist, a beautiful deck, and the other one is the World card from Tarot of the Crone. Now, Terror of the Crone was my most anticipated deck of 2020. In my earlier videos in 2020, I did mention it on a few occasions how eagerly I was awaiting the reprint, re-release of the Terror of the Crone. The artwork for which was done by the wonderful, very talented Lorenzi-Prince, and the cards were published. The deck was published by Arnell's Art, and this is the company of Arnell, the wonderful, very supportive Arnell, who also published Falarco's Tarot by Carmen Sorrenti, among many other decks. I'm just showing you because that I have it by my side, and it's one of my favorite decks, along with Chagall Tarot, which I featured on my channel, the Majors Only decks, and many more. But this one I think is going to be very special. As you know, this year, if you watched my earlier videos of this year or later videos of last year, one of my intentions for 2021, along as a part of my depth year, also as a mindset for 2021, to explore Shakti energy, to work and meditate and work with Shakti, the feminine energy. And I think this deck will be perfect for me to use for my ritual practice later in the year, starting this weekend really, because that's when I allocate that Shakti work for that intention that I have. But now let's remove the shrink wrap and let's have a look at the cards. We'll have a look at the size, the quality, and then I'll turn the camera around and I will show you the cards, a flip through of the cards, along with the special wand that came with the deck, handmade wand, and I will share with you this wonderful gift as well that Arnell has sent me very generously. I have my tiny little knife that I use for safe opening of the packages. So yeah, as I mentioned, this edition, the 4th edition, doesn't come with the box, but it does come with the velvet bag, which is actually perfect because I do now have special hooks where I hang my decks that I work with regularly, or provided the ones that I have in bags like that. All right. So removing the first deck. That's the guidebook. The guidebook has 85 pages, and it's in color We'll have a look at it a little bit later. So in the anticipation of the reprint of this deck, I actually did order, and that's a PDF file that you can purchase from Ellen Lorenzi's Dark Goddess website. Well, I think it's Dark Goddess website, but it does have the Tarot of the Crone playbook, and I did print the guidebook as well. So I am quite familiar because I was really excited about Tarot of the Crone. And the cardstock, I love the cardstock, the new cardstock of the Tarot of the Crone in this edition. It's pliable, it's reasonably thin, it's way thinner than Falarcos Tarot, which cardstock I love as well. But if you compare the Falarcos has a bit more sheen, well, not glossy, but more sheen and more kind of waxier feel, when this one is a little smoother. It's almost like matte silk. That's my vocabulary. But again, as I mentioned, the cards are rather bendy, which is very exciting to me. The card size, if you do own Falarcos Tarot, the card size is exactly the same. But bags, don't you love those black bags? They're perfect for my work with Shakti and my recent exploration of Kali, Goddess Kali, and work with Kali. Yeah, I love those bags. The cards, they don't have any edging, but I think I will be edging them in black. And if you compare the card size with more standard tarot size, and I'm using here AE weight tarot, the Tarot of the Crone cards are good ½ centimeter tall and probably a couple of centimeters wider in their size. So nice size as well. And we are going to turn the camera around now, and we'll have a look a little bit up close. We'll do a flip through of the cards, and then we'll have a look up closer to the guidebook. But before that, once we turn the camera around, I wanted to share with you up close the wand, the handmade wand that came with the cards, and that special gift that arrived from Arnell under. Let's have a look first at the wand, which was included into my package of Tarot of the Crone, because when the pre-orders were released, Arnell graciously offered to include a handmade wand for the first 50 people, for the first 50 pre-orders of Tarot of the Crone. Just look how beautiful it is, how special it is. It will definitely be kept in that bag that I have for Tarot of the Crone, and I will use it for those special rituals that I will be creating. And another thing, as you can see, of course, from the title of the video, I really wanted to share with you this gift that Arnell sent me in this little white box. I'm so grateful. Let's have a look. Wow. So let's do the card first. So this is a little business card. That's a cool business card from Arnell under. That's the website. That's a cool one. A little card here as well. There are the images from the Falarcos Tarot. Dear Masha, a little handmade gift for you. Love, Arnell. Thanks for all the beauty and wonder you share. Since you love Marseille decks. Yes, Arnell does know that I love Marseille decks very much. And my most recent one from Arnell was the Tarot of Bologna. But just have a look. I can't even. Wow. It's a handmade pendant with the star card, Marseille Tarot star card, and the world card. This one will absolutely be so very treasured, Arnell. But look how beautiful it is. Some things just stuck there. And what a beautiful talisman it makes. Wow. Also came with the little shell. Must look like pearly shell. How beautiful. Let's have a quick look up close at the guidebook. So the first page includes the information, the ISBN number, and then we have about the Crone. And this, I have read, this page is powerful, but there are plenty of walkthroughs, and if you want you can pause and just skim through a little bit, but I'll just read a little bit about the deck, that what we are here for. The major arcana of the Tarot of the Crone represent times when the Crone is speaking directly to your soul, rather than addressing an aspect of everyday life, as in the minor arcana cards. The majors require you to look at the deeper forces working within and upon you. They are challenging and powerful opportunities when they appear in a reading. In the minor arcana, the numbered cards represent qualities or aspects of our magical, emotional, mental, and mundane lives. And then we have the suits, and instead of the court cards here in the Tarot of the Crone, we have beasts, witches, grandmothers, and shadows. So this deck in itself stands alone, stands apart from the traditional Rider-Waite or Thoth or Marseille Tarot that we know of, which I find actually quite wonderful. Then we have the page on the meanings of the colors. We have the suits that are color coordinated: red and yellow for the wands, red and purple for the cups, blue and yellow for the swords, and green and brown for the discs. And then the major arcana begins. So every card has, the major arcana has a poem and then the description of the cards. I'll just flick through the minor arcana, so the world card, so again the poem and the meaning. And when we get into the minor arcana, Lorenzi-Prince explains the elements here, again fire, water, air, and earth, linking them to spirit, heart, mind, and body. There is a bit of numerology, and then she explains the faces, the court cards, the beast, the primal instinct of the power, the wild and whole expression of the element, which the focused one of the power concerned with fulfillment and expression of self. Grandmother, the mature expression of the power concerned with family and community. And shadow, the elements overdone, disruptive and devouring power. So it's a little bit of duality here, right, with the shadow aspect as well. And also the minors, also she wrote a little poem there for the minors. So that's the structure of the book. And as I mentioned, once we pull our one card at the end of the video, then I will read from the book, and I will also share with you the message from or the questions to ask from the playbook that I ordered. I think it's actually printed it last year even. And as the flip through goes today, I will share with you the cards. I'm not going to talk while I'm flipping through, but then after that I will pull a few of my favorites and just to share with you a few of my favorites from this deck. But once again, they're the black backs, and with the better light you can see the sheen is only minimal, only on the black, and that's the quality of the cards. And just to recap the court cards here, we have Beast, Witch, Grandmothers, and Shadows. And that's an extra card that comes with information, the art cards, information about Arnell's art. Yeah, I have quite a large pack of favorites here, and I could have selected more, but I really love the High Priestess. So we have the stones, and the stone with the face and the crescent moon above, and the water element is here. I adore the Empress. How can you not love her? She is so grounded, she is so motherly, and that gentle look, exuding that empathy, love, compassion. Naturally, I really love the Hierophant number 5 card for tradition. We have Matryoshka dolls here, and I'm very familiar, as you know, I'm of Russian origin, so Matryoshkas I'm very familiar with, but they represent tradition, yet they are individual, they are unique. Each of them is a unique one representing the traditions. You can see they're different colors, they have different eyes, different directions where they're looking at. So I think that's quite powerful. And then we have Crossroads. That's an amazing card for the lovers. Hecate. No, it's not for the lovers, it's more in place of lovers, right? I adore this Hermit as well. Hermit Crone. And then a very powerful card, 12 for sacrifice. Generally in a tarot deck, 12 would be the Hangman, but look how this card is so powerful, isn't it? I'm just looking to find it in the guidebook. I am the woman who weeps, I am the soul who suffers, I bear all wounds, I cry for us all, someday it will be enough. Just a little bit from that poem that comes in the book. Temperance is beautiful. We see her arms are extended, and the one hand is above the flame of fire and the other one above the point of a crystal. One of my other favorite cards is the Star. So we have the purple amethyst field of string of stars, and the black of the void. I do love that her face is black, representing the void. And same I can say about the backs of the cards. For me, they do represent that void. And then the Sun cards, look how welcoming she is, Miss Crone. The calling is very powerful. When it comes to the minors, I pulled a few. I really love 2 of Wands, and they represent opportunities. So I have the 2 torches, and then the doorway, the hallway, and going in the dark. I really love the color of the 6 of Wands as well. The book also presents some keywords for the minors, and for the 6 of Wands is the radiance. I love the colors. I do love the 8 of Wands as well. Leadership. That's how stunning this 3 of Cups is. So we have 2 faces, and the 3rd face with the smile for the 3rd of Cups. I love the 6 of Cups as well, representing, with the keyword being ritual, illustrating the magical principle of as above, so below. Amazing. And 10 of Cups is for rapture. Beast of Swords. The Beast of Swords is the crow, one of my favorite birds. I feel very connected to. And then we have the grandmother of swords, and the keyword is the storyteller. I am a weaver of words, a teller of stories. The little ones learn how the world is woven. Nice little poem there as well. Yeah, but there's so many more cards I really like, but I think I should probably stop here for today. Let us just see how the cards shuffle. They fall nicely. To pull a card, let's maybe ask a question of, as a collective, what can we learn today? What is the lesson for us to learn today? So lovely. I love, absolutely love those black bags. I think that's where we stop and we cut the cards. Bottom pile goes on top. And we'll pull the top cards there. The Ace of Wands. Let's find Ace of Wands now in the guidebook. Ace of Wands. Here's the poem. There is power burning in this world. If I can put my finger on it, it will be mine. A dark, strong fingertip is alight with wild yellow fire. The pointed finger is the instrument of will, leading you into action. This ace is a magic wand. It sets the intention. It creates direction, and taking it up is the first step in making magic. You have the wand with you. The seed and root of your power is in your very life. It's time now to recognize and claim it. Time now to use it. Take it up. Take in this energy. Don't let it be a mere flash in the pan. Take it in and tell it where it needs to go from here. The path begins with you. So the lesson for us to learn is that we are making our own magic. This is our magic wand. I also wanted to share with you, just to open the tarot playbook. I'll find the Ace of Wands here now, just to show you how this playbook is structured. I really love it because it does offer some questions for contemplation. Yeah, so here we have the Ace of Wands. Let me just move my camera a little bit. The Ace of Wands, the cards reflects the root of fire, energy and power live in us, through us. And there are some questions for us to ponder on. What can I do for myself physically to renew my energy? What can I do for myself emotionally, mentally and spiritually to renew my energy? And there we have it, a flip through, a walkthrough of the Tarot of the Crone, the 4th edition, created by Lorenzi-Prince and published by Arnell's Art. Beautiful deck. I hope you gained a little bit of insight from that little reading that we did at the end of the video, as well at the end of the flip through. And I wanted to say thank you to Arnell for republishing this deck, and my only wish that we had more copies available. I think the world needs more copies of Tarot of the Crone. It's a very special deck. It's a very powerful deck. I certainly will be using it in my practice and creating rituals, and especially, as I mentioned earlier, on weekends when I do the Shakti practice, when I do the ritualistic practice. I think this is a very valuable, or even more so invaluable, tool for me to have. And Arnell, if you're watching, I wanted also to say a huge thank you once again for that special gift of this pendant, of this beautiful Tarot de Marseille talisman with the star and the world card. It will be loved, it will be treasured. It's very, very special gift for me. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody if you're still watching. I just wanted to send you lots of love and light, and I will see you in my next video. Namaste.